can't get it.
But you see how much kidnappers are taking from victims.
My thing is, problem with I think all these stakeholders in this, they need to get that, and I think we get that. The 3% for the oil producing community is too low.
So the support that is needed, and once you get the support, your energy will blossom.
This is Nigeria. You need to give people sense of belonging.
Good morning. Welcome to Inside Nigeria on Leadership Television. This is a midweek edition, and my name is Winifred Ugogo. I'll be your host this morning. And we don't have our guest analyst in the studio to discuss the news headlines. So we'll just be reviewing the papers. Let's see what the papers have in stock for Nigerians today. And incidentally, the Kaduna train attack seems to be the major news headlines in all the papers we'll be reviewing this midweek. My name is Winifred Ugogo, and just stay tuned as we begin to discuss the papers. First, we're starting with leadership newspaper. Let's see what leadership is saying this Wednesday. Kaduna train attack, 8 bodies recovered, 26 injured. Survivors narrate ordeal. Kaduna train attack, 8 bodies recovered, 26 injured. Survivors narrate ordeal. Many still missing, hunt down the terrorists. President Muhammadu Buhari orders service chiefs. Osinbajo, El-Rufai, others visit victims in hospital. Let's see what some part of the story is talking about. Let's go over to page 4 of leadership. Yeah. Kaduna train attack, 8 bodies recovered, 26 injured. Survivors narrate ordeal. 8 passengers have been confirmed dead and 26 others injured in the Monday night terrorist attack on a Kaduna-bound train. The Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, disclosed this yesterday in Abuja. It was learned that about 30 persons were abducted from the train, among whom was the Managing Director, Nigeria Bank of Agriculture, Kabi Adamu. Among those confirmed to have been killed in the attack were the Secretary General of the Trade Union Congress, TUC, Barrister Musa Lawa Ozigi, Kwara State Chairman of TUC, Comrade Akinshola Akiwobi, a staff of the National Board for Technical Education, Abdul Kofa Mata, and a female medical doctor who worked with St. Gerard's Hospital owned by the Catholic Church in Kaduna, Chinelo Wando, doctor of the National Organizing Secretary of the People's Redemption Party, PROP, Farida Sule Mohammed, and a lawyer who was identified as a principal partner of a law firm whose identity was yet to be verified at the time of going to the press. 3 cleaners of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, were also killed in the attack. One of the cleaners who worked at the Kuba station was simply identified as Loretta. Meanwhile, one of the passengers on the train, who identified herself as Mary, said more than 10 bodies, including staff of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, were carried out in her presence after the attack. Mary also said all the passengers on the VIP coach were the first to be abducted after the terrorists gained entrance into the train. The VIP coach has the capacity of 25 passengers. Meanwhile, survivors narrate ordeal. Hospitals face shortage of blood. This part of the story that is leading on leadership. This midweek, Kaduna train attack, 8 bodies recovered, 26 injured. Survivors narrate ordeal. Meanwhile, survivors of the train attack have narrated their experiences. One of them, who simply identified herself as Zainab Musa, said via a telephone chat that the attack was shocking to the passengers. She said, "We all lay down flat before security forces started converging to drive the terrorists away." Musa said initially no harm was meted on them. Meanwhile, also part of the story, The bombard the terrorist enclave, Senate tells military. On his part, the Senate has called on the Nigerian Army and Air Force to, as a matter of urgency, bombard terrorist enclaves with a view to restoring peace and stability in the country. The call was made yesterday amid resolutions reached following a point of order raised on the continuing attack on communities and public facilities. This is part of the story on the headline news story on leadership, Wednesday, 30th March 2022. 8 bodies recovered, 26 injured. Survivors narrate of the headline story on leadership this Wednesday. From leadership, let's see what the point, though the story incidentally are all the same on all the papers this morning, but they couched it differently. Let's see what Punch is saying. Kaduna Abuja train attack. Buhari, National Assembly, governors demand tough actions. Survivors recount ordeal, same as leadership. Buhari, National Assembly, governors demand tough actions. Survivors recount ordeal. Outrage risks killings of doctor, unionists, government, government officials in Kaduna bound train attack. Airlines halt flights to Kaduna over attacks. Rep summon NSA service chiefs IG. I felt my soul leaving my body, recount survivor who saw another passenger shot. Kaduna Abuja train attack. Buhari National Assembly governors demand tough actions as survivors recount ordeal. Outrage greets killings of doctor, unionist, government officials in Kaduna bound train attack. Airlines halt flights to Kaduna over attacks. Reps summon NSA service chiefs IG. I felt my soul leaving my body, recount survivor who saw another passenger shot. From the Punch newspaper, let's see what the Nation is saying. Nation newspaper. Nation says 8 dead, 41 injured, many still missing in train attack. 8 dead, 41 injured, many still missing in train attack. Riders, Buhari orders troops to track down Kaduna terrorists. 398 passengers on board. Survivors recount how attack happened. The Transport Minister, Rotimi Amechi, says, I don't know what to tell Nigerians. It's all on the Nation. From the Nation, we are moving over to Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard. Vanguard has its headline story. How government storm train rain terror on passengers. How government storm train rain terror on passengers. Anguish as 8 died, 26 injured. Scores missing. Survivors' families recount ordeal. NRC suspends Abuja Kaduna train operations after bomb attack. Says 398 passengers bought tickets. 362 validated for trip. Buhari directs security agencies to rescue kidnapped passengers. Says no one should hold Nigeria to ransom. Calls for immediate repair of damaged lines. Resumption of normal service. Bombard terrorist enclaves. Senators, military. We need helicopters, drones, others to tackle insecurity on railroads. Amechi. Tinubu Council's birthday colloquium. And that is on Vanguard this Wednesday, March 30th, 2022. From Vanguard, let's see what New Telegraph is leading with on its cover. New Telegraph, Kaduna Abuja train. Terrorists targeted VIP coach investigation. Terrorists targeted VIP coach investigation. Forced their way in, screaming in what sounded like Arabic. Eyewitness. Kaduna State government confirms 8 dead, 26 injured, several unaccounted for. Bandits bomb Gadian train station in fresh attack. Track down terrorists, rescue kidnapped victims. Buhari orders security agencies. Senate demands full-scale war on terrorists. How soldiers on board saved passengers, Senator Quarry. And that is on New Telegraph. On New Telegraph, it's the same story on Nigerian Tribune. Nigerian Tribune says, okay, Cardinal train attack survivors recount ordeal with terrorists. Cardinal train attack survivors recount ordeal with terrorists. They have potpourri of stories underneath the headline news. Our attackers were between 18 and 20 years. They were Fulani speaking Hausa, looked like Chadians, Nigerian. About 500 security personnel came to our rescue. 8 bodies recovered, 26 injured. Search continues. Relatives lament missing loved ones. Flood social media. Nigerian Medical Association mourns Dr. Chinelu, a dentist. TUC, Trade Union Congress loses General Secretary, Kwara Chairman. BOA, Bank of Agriculture MD among missing victims. Buhari directs integrated security surveillance, meets with service chiefs. Tinubu cancels birthday colloquium. Osinbajo service chiefs visit Sen. Bombard terrorist enclave, Senate cries out to military. These are potpourri of stories on Nigerian Tribune. This Wednesday, March 30th, 2022. Is a story on the Cardinal Abuja train attack. From the Nigerian Tribune, let's see what Daily Independent is saying this Wednesday. Daily Independent. The headline news says Abuja Cardinal train attack. Workers Union blames railway management. Workers Union blames railway management. 8 bodies recovered, 26 persons injured, several abducted. Senate asks Buhari to declare full-scale war against bandits. Wants military to bombard terrorist enclaves to restore peace. Attack victims recount harrowing experiences. Like Nigerians, I'm deeply pained, says President Muhammadu Buhari. From Daily Independent, we are going on a short break. When we come back, we'll be taking the last paper we have on our menu, and that is the national economy. Please don't go away. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Inside Nigeria, keeping you informed on what matters.
Welcome back. This is Inside Nigeria on Leadership Television. My name remains Winifred Ubebo. We are looking at the last paper we have on our menu this Wednesday, and that is our sister publication, The National Economy. National Economy has on its headline, the cover page says, politicians huge spend for campaigns may spike inflation. It's an investigative story. It says politicians huge spend for campaigns may spike inflation. Investigation. More money to chase less goods as Nigeria's agri manufacturing sectors lag. Politicians huge spend for campaigns may spike inflation, says investigation. More money to chase less goods as Nigeria's agri manufacturing sectors lag. And part of the story reads, from the second half of the 2022 fiscal year, when politicking runs in full gear, the rate of inflation in Nigeria will accelerate consequent to increased liquidity. National economy projects. Inflation can mean either an increase in the money supply or an increase in price levels. If the money supply increases, this will usually manifest itself in higher price levels with time. Expectedly, there will be increased liquidity in the economy when politicians begin to campaign, which is expected to trickle down to the larger economy. Already, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has set the dates to elect its presidential candidate for May 28 and 29, 2022. Although not yet set, there are indications that the All Progressives Congress APC convention will hold before the end of the first half of 2022. Once the occasions are over, national economy expects the traditional spending spree by politicians to increase liquidity, which they may have been saving for election and re-election. Inflation can happen if the money supply grows faster than the economic output under otherwise normal economic circumstances. This is a snippet of the story. Politicians you spend for campaigns may split inflation, according to the investigation carried out by National Economy. But viewers, this is all we have for you today on Inside Nigeria. Don't forget, tomorrow is another day where we'll be reviewing other papers. Don't forget to also to keep a date with us. I remain Winifred Ubebo. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.